There's no Viva Golf voice for this episode, and there's no intro video because we've got Dan Dix live from. Can I make jokes about it? Like you're live in cartel warfare land in Mexico. Some of my audience, they should know who you are, but in case they don't, Dan, tell them who you are, what you're doing, and how the hell you ended up in the middle of a war zone.
Sure. My name is Dan Dix. I run Press for Truth at pressfortruth.ca. I am in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico right now because I was in town to speak at a conference. I've been here working for the last 5 days, attending the Acapulco conference. And this was my one day where I was supposed to have time to relax on the beach with my wife and to enjoy myself in the sun. But as soon as I got out on the beach, I looked around and I saw plumes of smoke everywhere, left, right, and center, surrounding our hotel. And I realized something is happening. Something major is going on in the world. And as it turns out, we got this high cartel member involved in the drug trade here in Mexico, El Mencio or something like that, who was targeted and taken out. And now it's an all-out war here in Puerto Vallarta. They've been going around, this cartel members, blockading the streets, setting cars on fire all over the place, setting buses on fire, going into hospitals, going into grocery stores. There was a Costco that was burnt down. There was an Oxxo, the classic convenience store here in Mexico, set on fire and bombed. There was the Guadalajara airport taken over, people running for their lives. The Puerto Vallarta airport has also been shut down. No flights right now coming in or out. It's a scary scene right here, right now. And in fact, I was just outside not that long ago to shoot a quick video report. And it was a desolate wasteland out there. Everybody is pretty much, you can see from the footage now, burning cars, smoldering all over the place. And everybody gone. And at this moment, right before I hit record, some military men drove by and they, right there on the road, they slowed right down. They got ski masks on and big guns, and they're staring at me, shooting my little video with my phone. And I got to tell you, man, I got a little concerned at that moment because it's either the military or it's the cartel, dressed up as military. And even if it is the military, these are the targets of the cartel right now. So I was actually kind of fearful for my life for a good 10 to 15 seconds there as the military drove by while I was filming.
Well, the amazing thing is, like you say, you don't know if it's the police or the cartel, and not to be mean, like you can't trust the police in Mexico on an ordinary day. So you don't know if it's the police, you don't know if it's the cartel. If it's the police, they're the target of the cartel, and if it's the cartel, they are militarized. Like we're seeing the same videos. I'm reluctant to share and retweet because, again, you don't know what's an old video. You don't know what's taken out of context. And I'm not wrong in that the videos that show the cartel militarized, uniformed, armored vehicles, armed like up the wazoo. That's in fact accurate in terms of the cartel's level of military sophistication.
Absolutely. If you go to my Twitter account on x.com, it's Dan Dix PFT. Most of the footage you saw there was either shot by me, myself, or by other attendees of the conference of where I was speaking at a conference for the last 5 days, some of whom there was attendees at this conference who had their cab driver pulled over, shot in the head, murdered right in front of them, had the taxi set on fire, and all of their luggage burned, their passports burned. So some people who I've just spent the last 5 days with, their lives have been completely flipped upside down as a result of this event. And people are dead. I mean, it's absolutely horrific what's happening right now. And I'm not so sure it's about to slow down. They've already said that they are potentially going to be coming into private homes and hotels and resorts at 5 p.m. this time if their demands are not met.
5 p.m. today?
Yes, it is now 4:56. So we're talking potentially in 4 minutes from now, they may be storming private homes and hotels and resorts, as they said, if their demands are not met. So I mean, I don't think this thing is about to slow down anytime soon. I'm supposed to fly out tomorrow, and I don't know if I'll be able to.
They're going to storm private residences For what? Looking for people responsible for the killing of Menche,
No, the
or
cartel is going to. The
yeah, I know.
cartel, yeah.
And so, what are they? Is it just to take hostages? Is it to kill people? And what are their demands? Have they made those demands known?
Not from what I've seen so far, but as I understand it, they are very, very upset about what happened earlier. This is something I'm pretty sure Trump has been saying he's going to do for a while, is to go after some of these kingpins of the cartel in Mexico, and it happened today, and so it's almost like a declaration of war. So these guys are serious. They're not playing around. I mean, there's military helicopters flying around in Mexico right now. And as I understand it, when this happened a few years back, some of them were shot out of the sky. These cartels have rocket launchers at their disposal. Like, these guys are not messing around. So I should also mention that it's very possible the power might be cut off at some point as well. So people are very weary of that. But we're essentially on lockdown right now in our hotels. I needed to go to a store. My wife got a bad sunburn. I had to run out and get some aloe vera for her, and they would not essentially let us go outside. They strongly advised us to stay inside at all
Yeah,
costs.
dude, I would have stayed inside when there wasn't a cartel war. This is, I try to make light of it, but so now, I don't know if you saw Laura Loomer's post. She said, this was in conjunction with, or with strong U.S. support. Apparently, the Mexican embassy in America said no, it's fake news. Was this a joint operation involving U.S. forces to take out this cartel leader? As far as you know.
As far as I'm not sure, as far as I know. I mean, I've been like on the ground, running around, getting footage of burning cars. So I haven't had a whole lot of time to kind of delve into like really what's going on behind the scenes. But from what I can tell, this is, yeah, a like basically military grade attack on the cartel, and they're firing back in kind. And as I said, they're just going all out. Airports shut down, cars set on fire, checkpoints with buses being set on fire. I don't even know what the death toll is going to end up being, but it's I would assume it's already starting to get scary because, like I said, these guys mean business.
And so, look, I'm gonna ask some stupid questions, and you're living it in the moment now. Any military presence, like Mexico military presence in the streets in strong force, or is it like, does it seem to be roughly equal to the cartel presence?
Well, I only stepped outside not the beach side, but the other side of the hotel for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at the most, to shoot a quick video. And within that small period of time, I had a military, what appeared to be a Puerto Vallarta Mexican military, roll up to me extremely slowly with about 7 guys on the back of a truck with large guns and ski masks. It was the ski mask that set me off as well, that had me a little bit concerned. I was like, is this the military? Or is this cartel? I really don't know. They slowed right down going by me. So I would have loved to have captured that on film, but I wasn't about to take a chance. So I basically did not film that. I put my camera down, let them drive by, and then continued with my video report, which is now on pressfortruth.ca. I've done a number of videos already right now on my Twitter, my X account, Dan Dix PFT. But I guess you know what? I can see right now I haven't had time to post any of the breaking news on my website. So as soon as I'm done, this live show, I'm going to go there. I'm going to update the website, make sure all the latest breaking videos are there. But yeah, what an intense last day of
Dude,
my visit.
no, well, I mean, I say, and if you can't get out, like the airport was apparently under attack. There's video of what sounds like gunfire erupting, people being evacuated onto the tarmac. Yeah, terrifying is the understatement. Like, you're stuck there, and you're going to be under effective hotel arrest until they can rein in security. But from what we know about the cartel, it's on par in terms of force with the Mexican authorities.
Yeah, exactly. On par, or maybe even with some more might. I mean, just looking at around here, it looks like they clearly run the show. And if you tick them off, there's going to be hell to pay. Like that footage of me on the beach shooting multiple plumes of smoke going up left of me, right of me, behind me. Like my resort was surrounded by cars on fire. Like I said, these guys are not messing around. So I don't know how long this thing is going to last. I don't know if it's going to escalate to the power actually being cut and military, like trying to take out more of these guys. But right now it doesn't look good. I'm supposed to fly out tomorrow, but I mean the airport is currently shut down. There's no flying out there today, so it's really tough to say if this is going to be the same situation tomorrow. And only time will tell, I suppose. But I guess
So,
it's not the worst thing in the world if I have to stay in the tropical place instead of going back to cold Canada.
now, you
But
know what
under
I'll tell you.
circumstances would be nice.
No, but Dan, you know what? When I had a mild, not even a mild issue, there was a hiccup, and I felt like I might miss my flight coming out of El Salvador. That's being stuck in a country in a peacetime. This is, I mean, obviously, how far from the embassy are you if you had to get there, the Canadian or U.S. embassy? Have you looked?
No, I haven't, but that's probably something I should look into at this point because they're not just targeting, random, things. They're going after like a grocery store was just targeted. Hospitals have been targeted. Convenience stores have been targeted. So they're just trying to raise as much hell as possible right now. Let the world know that they're pissed off, and if you mess with them, they're gonna come back hard. So it's nowhere is safe right now in Mexico, as I understand it. Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta, other areas of Mexico I probably can't even pronounce. Like the whole country right now is going through this situation, and it just so happens to be this is the last day I'm going to be here. Who knows? This may continue for a couple of days. But we really need people watching this to pray for the people of Puerto Vallarta. I mean, like I said, lives have been flipped up, turned upside down right now. People are dead. People are supposed to be flying home today. People I know, people who are attending this conference. And there's also people who are still at this conference. It's the TDV summit right now is going on. It's called, and they're all had to switch to doing their presentations virtually because it's just too risky to stay at the convention center. So many lives have been just flipped upside down right now. It's absolutely terrifying. But I'm just going to hunker down in this hotel. We seem to be safe right now. For how long, I don't know, but only time will tell. But I'm here to get the reports from the grounds as best as I can, as safely as I can. But I'm going to continue to do that because that's what I do, and I just happen to be in the right place at the right time when all the action is going down. So I went down to film. I went outside to document. I got footage of the burning cars and the smoldering, vehicles and the, military driving around in the streets, and it's absolutely intense. I'm sure you're not going to get the truth from the mainstream media. This is why I really appreciate you having me on here on a Rumble Live show to let people know that the situation is pretty bad in Puerto Vallarta.
We're live across all platforms, and I'm going to go live with Robert now for the rest of our ordinary program. What is it called? Ordinary scheduled Sunday night show. I know that there's a part of you that probably will feel a little bit more in control by documenting and assessing it objectively from the outside. You need someone to tell you, don't do anything stupid at all, and a lower profile than not, probably better to keep. So. Dan, pressfortruth.ca. You are Dan Hicks. Let me just get the exact handle at Dan Dix PFT, Press for Truth, on Twitter. And where else can people follow you? What can they do to support you?
I'm on all the major platforms. I'm on Odyssey. I'm on Band. I'm on BitChute. Go to BitChute. BitChute's a great one. I'm on Rumble. I am on YouTube, but as you know, I'm heavily censored there. They've terminated my channel and then gave it back and then terminated it again and then gave it back. But at this stage in the game, the best place to go is pressfortruth.ca. And there you could find links for all of my channels, or you could go to pressfortruth.ca/subscribe. And there you could find all the various platforms that I'm uploaded to. And really the best thing to do is just share the content right now. Obviously, if anybody wants to, support my efforts to do this kind of journalism, pressfortruth.ca/donate is greatly appreciated. But the most important thing right now is to get the information out there. So if you're not a subscriber to any of my channels, please go to pressfortruth.ca/subscribe. Join me on Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, Minds, Hive, Band, whatever it is. I think I'm on 8 or 9 video platforms that I've had to diversify into after being so heavily shadow banned and censored. But yeah, you can find it all at pressfortruth.ca.
All right, man. Dan, thank you very much for coming on such short notice. Stay safe, stay in your hotel, and hunker down. I say have a place to hide, and if I'm not to even be too cynical, if they're setting fire to things, then have a place, know where the exits are, and I'm not trying to be funny. So, Dan, stay safe, and we'll keep in touch, and hopefully you get out tomorrow, but just stay safe.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right, Godspeed. Talk to you soon. Okay, so that's Dan. Do I look crazy? Hold on a second. Light is blown out here. That's Dan Dix. If you don't know, I mean, I've known him for a while, and I saw the news breaking, and then I saw him tweeting, and it seems Mike Benz just got down there as well, and he says probably not getting out of here soon. And he's did the CIA really have to murder El Mencho and set off a drug lord civil war the day I arrive? It's wild.